Oil stained the floor. Vanessa Hartford stepped through the garage doors of Precision Automotive, her designer heels clicking against concrete. The smell of motor oil and rust filled her nostrils as she wrinkled her nose in disgust. "Excuse me," she called out, her voice sharp with irritation. A young girl, maybe 16, emerged from under the hood of a black sedan. Blonde hair pulled back in a messy ponytail, grease smudged across her blue work shirt. This couldn't be right. "Where's the real mechanic?" Vanessa demanded, clutching her red leather purse tighter. "I need someone who actually knows what they're doing." The girl straightened up slowly. Her name tag read, Skylar. Behind them, a group of mechanics in matching uniforms watched, arms folded. The tension was thick as summer heat. "I'm the one you need," Skylar said quietly. Her voice carried a confidence that seemed too old for her young face. "What's the problem with your car?" Vanessa laughed, a sharp, cutting sound that echoed through the garage. "You think you're smart? Then fix my car. This is ridiculous. Where's your father? Your boss? Anyone who's actually qualified?" The mechanics behind shifted, uncomfortably. One older man, Charlie, stepped forward. His weathered face showed years of honest work. Skylar here knows more about engines than most folks twice her age." "I don't have time for games," Vanessa snapped. Her BMW had been making strange noises for weeks. 3 other shops couldn't figure it out. This was her last hope before an expensive dealership visit. Skylar wiped her hands on a shop rag. "What kind of noise is it making?" "A grinding sound happens when I accelerate." Despite her frustration, Vanessa found herself answering. Something in the girl's steady gaze demanded honesty. "How long has this been going on?" Skylar asked, already walking toward the spotless white BMW parked outside. 3 weeks, Vanessa admitted, following reluctantly. Every other shop said they fixed it, but... Skylar popped the hood without asking. Her hands moved with surprising skill, checking connections, listening to the engine. "Start her up," she called out. The BMW purred to life. Skylar's eyes closed as she listened, really listened. After 30 seconds, she motioned for Vanessa to turn it off. "Your catalytic converter is failing," Skylar said, matter-of-factly. "But that's not the real problem. Someone installed the wrong exhaust manifold gasket. It's causing back pressure that's destroying your converter." Vanessa stared. 3 shops, 3 expensive diagnostics, and this teenager figured it out in minutes? "How do you?" she began, then stopped. Pride warred with desperation in her chest. Skylar shrugged. "My dad taught me. Been working on cars since I was 8. Her voice carried a sadness that caught Vanessa off guard. "Where is your father now?" Vanessa asked, softer this time. The girl's jaw tightened. "Afghanistan. Been deployed for 18 months. She turned back to the engine. "Mom died when I was 12. Car accident, engine failure. Dad says, if I understand how things work, maybe I can prevent what happened to her." The garage fell quiet. Even the background noise of air compressors and radio chatter seemed to fade. Vanessa felt something crack inside her chest, a wall she'd built years ago. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't know." Skylar looked up, surprised by the genuine warmth in the woman's voice. "It's okay. People see a kid and think I don't know anything. Dad always says, actions speak louder than assumptions." Charlie stepped closer. "Tell her about the Mustang, Sky." Skylar's cheeks reddened. "Charlie, she doesn't want to hear." "What Mustang?" Vanessa found herself asking. Charlie grinned. "Last month, this girl rebuilt a '67 Mustang engine from scratch. Customer said it ran better than when it was new. She's got a gift." Vanessa studied Skylar's face. Behind the grease and teenage uncertainty, she saw something else. Intelligence, dedication, and a deep love for her craft. It reminded her of someone. "How much will this cost?" Vanessa asked. "Parts are about 200. Labor." Skylar hesitated. "Most shops would charge 600-700 total. And you?" "350 total. I don't need to make a huge profit. I just want to fix things right." Vanessa felt tears threaten. This girl, this amazing, skilled, heartbroken girl, was everything she'd once been. Before corporate climbing and cold ambition had hardened her heart. "Can I ask you something?" Vanessa said, suddenly. Skylar nodded. "Do you plan to keep doing this? After high school, I mean." "My dad wants me to go to college. Engineering, maybe. But..." Skylar's voice trailed off. "This place might not survive much longer. Charlie's been struggling since the economy tanked. If I leave for college, he'll have to close." Charlie's weathered face confirmed the truth. "Business ain't what it used to be. Big chains are taking over." Vanessa looked around the garage, really looked. She saw dedication, honesty, and skill that corporate shops couldn't match. She saw a girl holding everything together, while her father served overseas. She saw a man who'd probably worked his whole life for this place. An idea began forming. Dangerous, expensive, but right. "Fix my car," Vanessa said quietly. "And while you do, let me make some phone calls." 3 hours later, Skylar had the BMW purring like new. Vanessa stood beside it, phone pressed to her ear, speaking in hushed but urgent tones. "The car sounds amazing," Vanessa said, running her hand along the pristine fender. "You were right about everything." Skylar beamed with pride. "Thank you for trusting me." "Actually..." Vanessa took a deep breath. "I have a proposition. I run a consulting firm. We help small businesses expand, find investors, develop long-term strategies." She paused, watching Skylar's expression. "What if I told you I could help save this place? Make it profitable again?" Charlie's eyes widened. We couldn't afford." "Pro bono," Vanessa interrupted. "No charge. But I have conditions." She turned to Skylar. "You go to college. Engineering, like your father wants. But you work here part-time, teaching others what you know. We'll set up a training program, turn this place into something special." Skylar's mouth fell open. I don't understand." Vanessa's eyes grew distant. 20 years ago, I was a lot like you. Talented, determined, but poor. Someone gave me a chance, when I needed it most." Her voice cracked slightly. "I've spent 2 decades forgetting what that felt like. You reminded me today." "Why?" Skylar asked, tears threatening. "Why would you help us?" Vanessa smiled, the first genuine smile she'd worn in years. "Because you fixed more than my car today. You fixed something I thought was broken, forever." 6 months later, Skylar stood in the same garage, now bustling with activity. New equipment hummed efficiently. Young apprentices learned, alongside experienced mechanics. A sign outside read, "Precision Automotive and Training Center, where excellence meets opportunity." Her father, Staff Sergeant Jake Morrison, stood beside her in his dress uniform. He'd come home 3 weeks early, a surprise Vanessa had helped arrange, through her corporate connections. "You did good, kid," he said, pride thick in his voice. "Your mom would be proud." Skylar nodded, watching Vanessa's BMW pull into the service bay. The woman who'd walked in 6 months ago, as a demanding stranger, had become something like family. "Thank you," Vanessa said, stepping out of her car. "Not for the service, but for reminding me who I used to be." Skylar grinned, wiping her hands on a clean shop rag. "Actions speak louder than assumptions, right?" "Right," Vanessa laughed. "Now, I think there's something wrong with my transmission." The garage filled with laughter, as 3 generations of Americans, bound not by blood, but by respect, kindness, and second chances, got back to the business of fixing what was broken.